All right, let's dive deep into the cosmos and unveil some truly crucial insights for you, my cherished Taurus viewers. Have you ever sensed a shift in the very air around you? That subtle hum of change, almost imperceptible, yet undeniably present. If you're a Taurus, or if Taurus energy resonates within your soul, then listen closely, because what I'm about to share could be absolutely pivotal for you, especially as we approach March 30th and 31st. Before we journey further, let's do something powerful together, shall we? Take a moment right now, settle into your space, and let me ask you a question that truly matters. What are you hoping to transform in your life right now? Type your aspirations in the comments below. Let's set the intention for positive change together from the very start. Because here at the Inner Secrets, we believe in the power of collective energy, and your dreams are incredibly potent. Now, imagine this. The universe is like a vast, magnificent ocean, and within it, currents of energy are constantly shifting and flowing. Most of the time, these currents are gentle, predictable, like the steady rhythm of the tides. But sometimes, and especially around specific dates like March 30th and 31st, these currents can become incredibly powerful, almost like an underwater surge. For Taurus, that steadfast, earth-rooted sign we know and love, this surge could bring about a moment of profound transformation, a crossroads where the choices you make can ripple through your entire year. Think of it like this. Picture a mighty oak tree, strong and deeply rooted, just like our Taurus friends. Normally, that tree stands firm, weathering all kinds of weather. But imagine a sudden, intense tremor in the earth, a powerful shift beneath its roots. If the tree is rigid, unyielding, it might crack, it might even topple. But if it possesses a certain flexibility, if its roots can adapt and bend with the Earth's movement, it can not only survive, but actually grow stronger in the process. This is the essence of what the cosmos is whispering to Taurus right now. An ancient wisdom, almost lost to time, speaks of moments when the universe subtly, yet powerfully, tests our resilience, our adaptability. Nostradamus, that enigmatic seer of centuries past, hinted at such times, writing in cryptic verses about steadfast heels and truths dissolving into dust when the earth trembles. Astrologers today, peering into the celestial tapestry of 2025, are seeing echoes of this ancient warning, particularly for Taurus as we approach the end of March. Why Taurus, you might wonder? Well, Taurus, ruled by Venus, is the zodiac sign of stability, of enduring strength, of building foundations that last. You cherish security, you value consistency, and these are beautiful qualities. But sometimes, that very strength, that very desire for stability, can become a point of vulnerability when the universe is urging us to evolve, to let go of what no longer serves us. The planetary alignments forming around March 30th and 31st, especially the dynamic dance of Uranus, the planet of sudden awakening and unexpected shifts, are sending potent signals directly to Taurus. These aren't gentle nudges. They are more like cosmic wake-up calls, challenging you to examine the foundations you've built, to see if they are still aligned with your evolving soul's path. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Warnings? Upheavals? This sounds a bit ominous. But please, beautiful Taurus souls, don't perceive this as a threat. Think of it as an opportunity, a powerful invitation from the universe to step into an even greater version of yourself. These cosmic shifts are not meant to tear you down, but to clear away anything that is holding you back from your fullest potential. You, my dear viewers, are not just anyone stumbling across this video by chance. If you are resonating with these words, it means your inner compass is already attuned to the subtle vibrations of the universe. You are open to seeing what others might miss. You are ready to awaken to deeper truths, and that, in itself, is a powerful advantage. Before we delve deeper into these cosmic currents and uncover the specific signs you need to be aware of, let's solidify this connection, shall we? If you're feeling this message resonate, if you're ready to journey with me into these inner secrets, then take a moment right now and tap that subscribe button to the Inner Secrets. It's more than just joining a channel. It's signaling to the universe that you are consciously choosing to step onto the path of awareness, that you are open to receiving guidance and protection during this transformative time. Many dismiss these cosmic whispers as mere coincidence, but here at the Inner Secrets, we understand that the universe operates with intention, not randomness. Every synchronicity, every intuitive nudge, every person who crosses your path, these are threads in the grand tapestry of your destiny. And if you're here, listening to these words right now, it's because you are meant to receive this message at this precise moment. From this point forward, let's understand that these aren't just words we're sharing, they are keys, codes, doorways that can lead you towards greater prosperity and fulfillment, or, if ignored, towards unnecessary challenges. So stay with me, keep listening, because what's coming next is absolutely vital for you to understand. It's like a silent shift happening just beneath the surface of reality. Since mid-March, a quiet yet potent energy has been building, emanating from Uranus. This planet, often called the Great Awakener, is now moving into a rare and intense opposition with Taurus. This astrological aspect doesn't happen often, but when it does, it always brings significant shifts, not just in the external world, but even more profoundly within our inner landscapes, our emotions, our consciousness itself. If you are a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Venus sign, you are likely feeling this energy most intensely. Everything around you might appear normal, your daily routines, your relationships, your work. But beneath that surface calm, a subtle crack might be forming. This crack is not necessarily a sign of breaking, but rather a separation between the old and the new, between a sense of false security and the deeper truth that is calling you to awaken. Ancient astrology beautifully describes Taurus as representing the earth itself, stability, endurance, and all things tangible and measurable. You, dear Taurus, naturally gravitate towards the predictable, the proven, the secure. You might resist sudden changes, preferring to move forward only when the path is clear and certain. And while these are admirable traits in many ways, they can also make you particularly vulnerable when the universe is urging you to embrace the flow of change. March 30th and 31st mark just such a moment. If you've been feeling a subtle unease, a sense that something is off, but you can't quite pinpoint it, if you've felt a dip in motivation, or if beliefs you once held firmly are now starting to feel shaky, please know that these are not random feelings. These are the universe gently yet firmly knocking on the door of your heart. It's the initial signal of an inevitable shift. The choice, as always, is yours. Will you willingly let go of what needs to be released, or will you resist and potentially experience a more forceful letting go? Buddhist teachings offer profound wisdom in this context through the concept of impermanence. Everything in life is in constant flux. Nothing remains static. Joy and sorrow, success and setbacks, all are transient. But when our minds cling rigidly to anything, be it wealth, status, habits, relationships, or even our own self-image, we create the potential for suffering when change inevitably arrives. As Uranus directly opposes Taurus, the lesson of impermanence becomes paramount. You cannot control the ever-changing world around you, dear Taurus, but you absolutely can control how open you are to embracing its flow. Astrologically speaking, this particular Uranus-Taurus opposition in 2025 is unique. Many astrologers are calling this a period of forced awakening because the yin and yang energies within the universe are so profoundly out of balance. When we resist moving forward with the natural currents of change, external events will often push us, sometimes forcefully, through loss, setbacks, or even breakdowns. But here's the empowering truth. You don't have to wait for that to happen. You can proactively choose to shift, to adapt, and to transform this potentially challenging moment into a doorway to incredible fortune and growth. And it all begins with awareness. The very fact that you are listening to these words means you are already a step ahead. To further safeguard yourself and amplify your positive energy during this time, I invite you to engage in a small yet powerful ritual right now. Click that subscribe button to the Inner Secrets. Think of it as connecting to a stream of protective energy, a cosmic current of support. And if you're feeling particularly receptive, tap that like button to lock in a higher vibrational frequency for yourself. If you truly desire to release resistance and welcome positive change, leave a comment below saying, "I'm ready to open my heart and walk through this transformation in peace." When you take these actions, you're not just engaging in social media activity, you're sending an invisible commitment to the universe. You're declaring that you choose to awaken, that you choose to embrace change rather than resist it. And in the beautiful, often mysterious language of energy, those who send out the right intentions at the right time often find themselves graced with the right opportunities. Let me share a gentle whisper of wisdom inspired by Buddhist teachings. No one can escape the currents of fate entirely, but everyone has the power to transform them. What is coming towards you, dear Taurus, is not a punishment. It is a gift, a challenge disguised as disruption, designed to help you break free from old patterns and be reborn into a more open, empowered, and authentic version of yourself. Imagine, just for a moment, what life could feel like after March 31st if you consciously embrace this transformation. Imagine feeling no longer weighed down by the things that have kept you stuck, the limitations you've unknowingly accepted. Perhaps that dream job suddenly appears, or a strained relationship begins to heal, or those creative sparks you thought were extinguished reignite with vibrant energy. This is the potential reward reserved for those who dare to look directly into the subtle cracks within their own hearts and walk through them with calm, awakened presence. There are prophecies, you see, that are not meant to instill fear, but to awaken us to our own power. Among the countless cryptic predictions left by Nostradamus, one phrase stands out as particularly relevant for Taurus right now. The one who perseveres too rigidly will break. The one who adapts will endure. Initially, this line might have seemed like a general observation about resilience in times of hardship. But as we examine the astrological map of 2025, as we feel the potent energy of Uranus clashing with the steadfast nature of Taurus, this phrase resonates with a deeper, almost prophetic urgency. Taurus, the zodiac sign, known for its stability, its endurance, its unwavering steadfastness, is also, by its very nature, prone to resisting change. But what happens when the universe itself signals that change is not just coming, but is absolutely inevitable, and you are still clinging tightly to the old, as if it were the only reality? On March 30th and the 31st, a powerful energetic axis will form between planets, symbolizing profound transformation and the breaking down of limitations. Uranus, often called the rebel of our solar system, will directly oppose Taurus. This is not a random alignment. It's a destined meeting between the force of tradition and the force of radical change. And in this potent intersection, if you continue to hold on to outdated patterns, if you ignore your intuition's whispers, if you refuse to step even slightly outside your familiar comfort zone, then the very things you are trying so hard to protect may begin to crumble. This isn't because the universe is malicious or wants to punish you. It's simply because you are no longer in vibrational resonance with the evolving frequency of your own life's journey. Finances might stagnate, income streams could unexpectedly dry up, or relationships you thought were unshakable might start to show cracks simply because you've been too silent, too stubborn, too closed off to the necessary shifts. Even the direction you once felt so clear about might become hazy, like a dream dissolving upon waking, leaving you questioning, why is everything slipping away when I haven't done anything wrong? But that very question, dear Taurus, holds the key to this lesson. You haven't done anything wrong, but perhaps you haven't been open enough. In Buddhist philosophy, suffering is often defined as the attempt to cling to something while it is already in the process of changing. Taurus is the sign that naturally holds on tightly, but the universe is now, gently yet firmly, urging you to learn the art of letting go. Imagine a tree that is too rigid in a storm. It's more likely to break than the flexible grass that bends with the wind. If you can grasp this, you'll understand that true strength isn't about outer rigidity, but about inner adaptability, about cultivating a softness within your consciousness. You are standing at a crossroads right now, beautiful Taurus. You can choose to keep clinging to old beliefs, outdated perspectives, and ways of living that no longer truly serve you and risk watching things crumble around you. Or you can consciously choose to loosen your grip, to soften your approach, to slow down, to observe, and to allow the universe to gently guide you forward. If you are still with me, listening to these words, then please take a small but significant step to navigate this energetic shift and expand your field of positive energy. Tap that like button on this video. Share it with another Taurus or with someone you know who is also navigating a similar transformation. And if you genuinely want to signal to the universe, I am ready to change, then leave a comment right now. Sometimes a single conscious action is enough to shift the entire energetic current surrounding you. Because not everyone receives advance warnings. And if you are hearing this message at this precise moment, the truth is, you are being chosen by the universe to awaken. So please don't underestimate the significance of these final days of March, and absolutely do not miss the next crucial part, where I will reveal the hidden signs that are already whispering warnings to you, even before any major disruptions manifest. These signs could be subtle, within your home, in a fleeting dream, or even in the eyes of a stranger you just met. If you're still here, it means you are ready to see the truth. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, rarely shouts its warnings. Instead, it sends subtle signals, a shift in the wind, a scent in the air, the sudden silence of birdsong. The universe operates in a similar way. Before any major life shift, especially during periods of heightened energy like March 30th and 31st, it sends you signs, often small, subtle, but profound enough to stir your soul, if you are willing to listen. For Taurus, a sign so grounded and steady. These subtle signals can sometimes be overlooked, not because you lack sensitivity, but because your very strength, your capacity for endurance and perseverance, can sometimes become a form of subtle numbness. You might be so adept at pushing through challenges that you don't realize you're standing on ground that's already beginning to crack. The first signs often manifest within your living space. Have you noticed a mirror suddenly shattering for no apparent reason? Or a familiar object breaking or slipping from your grasp unexpectedly? In the realm of energy work, household objects are believed to absorb and reflect our energy fields. When your inner energy is disturbed, unstable, or fragmented because a shift is imminent, these objects can become early messengers. A broken mirror, in particular, often symbolizes a fracturing in relationship, not just with others, but perhaps with yourself. Pay attention to your dreams as well. Many Taurus individuals during this period might experience recurring dreams of rising floods, of being swept away by powerful currents, of falling from great heights, or of feeling inexplicably abandoned. These are not random mental noise. They are signals emanating from the deepest layers of your subconscious, where truth resides unfiltered. In Buddhist thought, dreams are not just random replays of the day, they are a form of intermediate body, a transitional state where energy rearranges itself before karma manifests in your waking life. If you repeatedly dream of loss, of being swept away, of falling, it's your soul's way of trying to awaken you before a potential collapse takes shape in your physical reality. One of the most mysterious and often unsettling signs is the sudden reappearance of someone from your past, someone who caused you pain, or someone who was once a significant part of your life but is no longer. This is rarely a coincidence. The universe has its own intricate ways of testing whether we've truly let go of old energies or if we're still carrying unresolved attachments. Their reappearance isn't necessarily an invitation to rekindle the past, it's an invitation to self-reflection. It's asking, have you truly grown? Do you still need to carry this old energy into your next chapter? During these energetically charged days, many Taurus individuals might experience a sense of feeling lost or disconnected without any clear external reason. You might wake up in the middle of the night with a racing heart, or find yourself in a crowded space and suddenly feel your head tighten with nameless anxiety. This is often a sign of imbalance between your left brain logic and your right brain intuition. When cosmic energy shifts powerfully and you try to maintain rigid control, your body will respond. It will sound alarms through your nervous system, through your energy centers, chakras, to gently pull you back into a state of heightened awareness. Finances can also start to exhibit strange patterns. Payments you're expecting might be inexplicably delayed. A transaction you were counting on might fall through at the last minute. You might lose money in seemingly careless ways, or unexpected bills might suddenly appear out of nowhere. These are often signals that your root chakra, first chakra, and solar plexus chakra, third chakra, are out of balance. The energy centers associated with money and personal power. When you cling too tightly to an old lifestyle or financial model, energy flow becomes constricted. Money, like water, needs flexibility to flow freely towards you. Finally, some might experience the subtle sensation of being watched, even when alone, or hear unexplained sounds, tapping, cracking, or strange noises emanating from electronic devices. This isn't necessarily superstition. In energy science, it's understood that when a space is about to undergo transformation, or when an individual is on the verge of a spiritual restructuring, electromagnetic fields can shift. Devices might malfunction, Wi-Fi might become erratic, phones might shut off unexpectedly. You might dismiss these as technical glitches, but the universe could be speaking through these subtle signals. In each of these signs, there are always two potential paths. Ignore them and allow them to escalate into a crisis, or recognize them and transform them into a gift of awakening. Buddhist wisdom teaches that the unmoving mind remains still within the ever-changing world. But to reach that inner stillness, you must first acknowledge the chaos around and within you, not deny it, not run from it, but observe it with calm, compassionate awareness. If you are still listening, please know you are not alone. Thousands of other Taurus souls are likely sensing these same subtle shifts. Leave a comment below saying, "I am ready to recognize the signs and transform them into blessings." Tap that like button on this video. Share it with fellow Taurus individuals or anyone you feel is in need of this awakening message. And if you haven't subscribed to the Inner Secrets yet, now is the perfect moment. Because when you connect to the right frequency, the right guidance, the right opportunities will naturally find their way to you. The universe doesn't punish. It simply shakes loose what has become too rigid, too unyielding. And if you see things starting to crack in your life, consider it a powerful sign. You are standing at the precipice of profound transformation. Here's a secret that few truly understand. Major life upheavals rarely begin with dramatic external events. They almost always start with a subtle vibration within, a tiny energetic tremor brushing against the deepest layers of your being, then rippling outwards, amplifying in intensity. If you're not paying attention, this subtle vibration can indeed escalate into what feels like a collapse. But that very same vibration, if consciously steered, can become the wind that propels you into a new dimension of being, a realm where greater peace, stability, and prosperity await. This is why the universe, in its wisdom, never leaves you to navigate times like March 30th and 31st entirely alone. It offers signs, whispers, and gentle nudges. And if you are awake enough to perceive these signals, the next step is to engage in a conscious ritual to stabilize your energy field before it feels overwhelmed by forces beyond your immediate control. Morning time, that liminal space between waking and dreaming, is a particularly potent time, a doorway between the inner and outer worlds. Just 5 minutes each morning can be enough to reset your entire energetic current for the day. Find a quiet corner where you can be undisturbed. Place your right hand gently over your heart center and your left hand on your lower belly. Close your eyes and take 3 deep, slow, intentional breaths. Then softly whisper to yourself, as if reciting a sacred mantra, "I accept change." This simple sentence might seem deceptively understated, but it holds immense power to sever the cords of stubborn energy within you, that very resistance to change that can keep Taurus trapped in repetitive cycles. Buddhist teachings beautifully articulate this through the concept of being adaptable yet unwavering. It's not about giving up your core values or your steadfast nature. It's about cultivating inner flexibility while remaining rooted in your deepest truth. When you genuinely accept that change is an inherent part of life, you no longer resist its flow, but rather move with it. And in that flow, you are not swept away, but gently guided and protected. Alongside your morning meditation, consider starting a release journal. Each day, write down just one thing you feel you are clinging to, a habit, a limiting thought pattern, an outdated belief, a relationship that no longer serves you, an old dream you might need to gently release. Every line you write is like cutting an invisible cord that has been anchoring your energy to the past. You'll likely feel a subtle shift within just 3 to 5 days, a sense of lightness, clarity, and greater decisiveness, which will be particularly beneficial as you approach March 30th and 31st. During March 30th and 31st itself, when Uranus's transformative energy peaks, consciously avoid making any major decisions. Whether it's a significant financial investment, a job change, signing a crucial contract, or ending a relationship. Pause, step back, and allow 72 hours for clarity to return. Astrologically, this is a time when your intuition and your logical mind might be in deep conflict, creating inner fog. Any decision made during such internal turbulence could carry unpredictable consequences. As the Buddha wisely taught, stopping at the right moment is often better than moving forward and losing yourself. And to pause is not to delay your progress. It's an act of inner maturity, an act of someone who understands the profound power of stillness. If you are resonating with these words, remember, you don't need to overhaul your entire life in a single day. You only need to consciously shift your energetic frequency, and the world around you will begin to respond in kind. A small morning ritual, a gentle act of journaling, a single line of intention. These are all portals to inner peace and transformation. If you feel something stirring in your heart right now, please don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment below saying, "I'm realigning my energy to move through March 30th and 31st with grace." This is your affirmation to the universe that you are awake, that you are receptive. Tap that like button to send loving, peaceful energy out to others who might also be in need of this awakening. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Inner Secrets, do it now, in this very moment. It's not just about joining a community, it's about connecting at the right place, at the right time, opening the door for the right guidance and opportunities to enter your life. Collapse isn't inherently scary, not if you know how to descend consciously, how to navigate change with awareness. Sometimes, things must fall apart so that you can be reborn into a version of yourself that is even more radiant, more powerful, and more abundantly aligned, both inwardly and outwardly. Stay with me, because in the next segment, you'll receive a sacred keyword, a sound vibration that holds the potential to shift the destiny of Taurus after March 31st. And when you repeat it in the right way, the universe will hear you, actively reactivating your flow of luck and positive energy. Once you've acknowledged the signs, embarked on your journey of inner awakening, and intentionally begun to reset your energetic flow, there's one more step, subtler, deeper, yet profoundly powerful. It's the key to unlocking your fortune in a sustainable way, the reactivation of your personal frequency of luck through sound, intention, and repetition at the right time and on the right energetic wavelength. Many ancient esoteric traditions, including Tibetan Buddhism and other energy systems, believe that each human being carries a unique sound field, a vibrational frequency that can awaken inner potential and directly connect with the energetic currents of the universe. For Taurus, a zodiac sign deeply rooted in earth energy, aligned with accumulation, stability, and material attraction, the most potent healing sound is one that is deep, slow in rhythm, and infused with the energy of stillness, prosperity, and openness. That sound is Shanti. Shanti is a Sanskrit word meaning absolute peace, but it encompasses far more than just tranquility. This word carries the vibrational energy of stillness, of surrendering resistance, and of allowing the universe to work for you rather than against you. Choose a consistent time each day, ideally at night before you go to bed. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Sit comfortably, place your hand gently over your heart center, and take one deep, calming breath. Then begin to repeat the word Shanti, one beat at a time, slowly and steadily. Aim to repeat it 108 times, like a full mala cycle used by many spiritual practitioners. Don't just repeat it with your mouth. Allow the sound to vibrate within your chest, your mind, your heart chakra, resonating throughout your entire being. After a few days of consistent practice, you might start to feel something subtle, a sense of inner peace deepening, a protective energy field subtly buffering you from the external chaos. Astrology, in a way, describes this as creating a sonic seal. When you repeat a sacred word in a focused space, at a consistent time, particularly during periods of universal energetic shifts, you create an invisible vibrational shield around yourself. This shield can help carry you safely through times like March 30th and 31st, preventing you from being pulled into any potential vortex of negativity or collapse. This is not about magic. It's about the science of energy interwoven with ancient wisdom. And if you are consistent with this practice, what follows won't just be inner peace, but also a tangible expansion of wealth, opportunity, and creative inspiration, often arriving in unexpected ways and often all at once. But this abundance will only fully manifest if you are truly ready to receive it with an open heart and mind. If you feel this message is directly meant for you, please leave a comment now saying, Shanti, I choose peace and prosperity. When you write it down, you anchor that powerful intention into your tangible reality. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Inner Secrets channel, please do it in this very moment. Not just to receive deeper guidance in the future, but because every conscious connection made at the right time is your way of telling the universe, I'm ready to receive its protection and blessings. Hit that like button on this video and share it with a Taurus friend or anyone you know who might be navigating a turbulent time, so this light can ripple out into more vibrational spaces. Remember this profound truth. Luck is not something that comes from external sources. It's the result of alignment. Alignment between your personal energy and the fundamental frequencies of the universe. And with every breath, every sound, every conscious action you take, you are actively deciding whether you walk into March in chaos or walk out bathed in light. Now you are ready for the final transformative part, where every piece of this journey will come together into a full transformation map, where every shadow is illuminated by the light of awareness. Now that you've journeyed with me this far, perhaps a sense of inner calm has begun to settle within you. Not because all worries have magically vanished, but because you've glimpsed the deeper nature of change itself. From the grand astrological movements of the universe to the subtle whispers of ancient prophecy, everything has converged for a singular purpose: to remind you that collapse isn't about destruction. It's about clearing the path for something new and greater to emerge. March 30th and 31st are not your enemies, dear Taurus. They are potent turning points, and you, the symbol of grounded strength, are standing right at the threshold of a significant leap in your life's journey. But to cross that threshold, you can't carry everything from the past with you. You must become lighter, more open, more receptive, and ready to receive the abundance that awaits you with humility and awakened awareness. You've learned how to recognize the subtle signs the universe sends. You've learned the power of returning to yourself each morning with intention. You've learned to practice letting go, even of the smallest things that no longer serve you. You've learned to pause and wait with trust, rather than rushing into decisions amidst emotional turbulence. You've learned to whisper the sacred sound, shanti, like a soft melody that gently guides your soul back to stillness amidst the chaos of life. These might seem like small, simple steps, but they are, in fact, the deepest seeds you could ever plant during a time of such energetic upheaval. And if you remain faithful to these practices, you will walk out of March not just intact, but stronger, clearer, and more radiant than ever before. This is not a journey you have to walk alone. Leave a comment right now saying, "I'm ready to walk through March 30th and 31st with light and awareness." That simple sentence, written with sincerity, becomes a silent contract with the universe. It doesn't need a vast audience. It only needs your own heartfelt belief. If you've felt held, supported, and seen through what I've shared in this video, please tap that like button as a way to send love back to yourself and to those who also need this message. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Inner Secrets, please do it now. Because here, we don't just share knowledge, we awaken together as a community, as souls on a shared journey. Dear Taurus, you don't need to rush, you don't need to run. You only need to pause, take one deep breath, and remember this fundamental truth. You were not born to collapse. You were born to rise again and to lead with a new kind of strength, a strength that is both grounded and flexible, both enduring and adaptable. Thank you from the depths of my heart for being here, for listening with an open mind and heart. And may you, no matter what unfolds in the coming days, carry a steady heart, a clear mind, and a soul that remains soft and resilient in the face of change.